Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing the first installment of my Dip Ombre series, where I'm going to be focusing on each different kind of ombre technique using dip powders. Today I'm going to be using the Color Club box from Cascade Colorworks because I thought that these colors and this glitter in particular would be perfect for this kind of ombre. So they also send these cute little sequins. I'm not going to use them in this look, but every Color Club box comes with a themed set of little sequins, so that's cute. So the ombre technique that I am focusing on in this video is what is called a glitter tap ombre. It's one of the simplest in my opinion. It's the very first kind of ombre I ever attempted as a newbie dipper, and I just figured it would be a really good place to start. So with this process, there's nothing special to applying your solids. I just apply 2 dips of each color as I normally would. So the purple is going on my pinky, index, and thumb, and then that light teal / aqua kind of color is going on my middle and ring finger. And then we will get into the ombre technique. Now, you can do this technique either at the cuticle, which I'm doing in this video, or you can do the same exact technique starting at the free edge instead of the cuticle. Either way, the process is the same. So maybe if y'all want to see how that looks from the free edge, I can do that. I have other videos where I've done that technique. I can link them in the cards for you. But if you'd like me to include a free edge tap glitter ombre in this series, just comment down below and let me know. But as I said, it's pretty much the same process. You just begin at the free edge, which I will explain a little bit more when I get to the ombre process a little bit later. So I'm going to go ahead and dip out these solids real quick, and I'm not going to go into detail about that. I have plenty of videos about my dip powder application process, which I can link. There's a whole playlist. But so if you need more instruction on that, you can refer to those videos. I wanted this focus to be on the ombre process. So one thing I did want to mention, as you can probably see while watching, these colors from the Color Club box by Cascade Colorworks are on the more transparent side. They apply more like, in my opinion, more like jelly dip powders, meaning that they're somewhat, they're not as opaque, basically. So you might want to apply maybe 3 dips of the color just to ensure that when you file and buff, you're not filing the color off. I did 2 dips and encapsulated in clear and still got a little bit overzealous with my nail file and had to do a little bit of repair work, but I didn't show that because I wanted this video to be focused more on the ombre process. I did go ahead and finish dipping out the solids off camera, and now we're going to get into the ombre process. I'm just dusting off the excess. I am going to show you my 2 go-to brushes for tap ombres and glitter ombres. So the first one is the Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush. I've used that for a long time, but recently I've discovered the fan brush, which I think is a fantastic tool for glitter ombreing. As you noticed, for both brushes, I use an overhand grip on the brush so that my index finger is free to tap the brush. And this is what allows the glitter to fall from the brush onto your nail. So I'm first going to apply a very thin layer of my base liquid. Now I am using Dipomania's low odor dip liquids. They are extremely slow drying. They're faster drying than most low odor, but slower than regular dip liquids. And then I'm going to pick up some glitter onto my eyeshadow brush, and I am going to start at the cuticle. That's where you want the most concentrated application of the glitters. And I'm going to tap, tap, tap And as I move towards the free edge, I'm going to let the glitter fall more sparsely, yes. And then I'm going to I'm not going to point my finger down towards the cupcake liner. I'm going to like flip it over and tap. That way I don't get a bunch of glitter at the free edge, which is not where I want the glitter to be. I also want to mention I did not apply the base liquid all the way to my free edge, and that is because I don't want my glitter ombre to go that far, and glitter has a mind of its own and flies freely. And I just wanted to ensure that I was not going to have any glitter at the free edge. These dip liquids that I use are very thin, so I don't have to worry about added thickness in the glitter area. Now what I'm doing is I'm using an orange stick, and I dipped the pointy end into my dip liquid, and I manually hand placed some of the glitters so that I could be sure that I had some of the larger and smaller pieces. So I'm going to do the same exact process on my middle finger, but this time I'm going to use the fan brush. And honestly, the process is exactly the same. The thing that I like about the fan brush is that I can scoop up more of the glitter and have a little bit more control on how it falls. If you noticed with the eyeshadow brush, I was constantly dipping my brush down into the glitter to pick up more. With the fan brush, I literally just kind of scoop it, and then I tap, tap, tap. It's easier to get a higher concentration of the glitter at the cuticle, and then I can slowly, and I can even get rid of some of it, and then tap it to get the sparser look towards the free edge. I just feel like that is a more efficient way to get a good glitter ombre. So that's been kind of my go-to for glitter ombre. But yeah, so that's why I did that. And again, I'm just using an orange stick to pick up some of the larger pieces of glitter that I might not have stuck to the nail. And that's pretty much it. And then, I always kind of press it down, make sure everything is laying flat and there's nothing sticking up, and then I go ahead and I encapsulate and clear, which is what I'm about to do now. And I'm starting with my solid nails because I don't want to contaminate those solids with any glitters. So I always encapsulate my solids first and then my glitters, just to be on the safe side. So the process, as I said, is the same whether you start at the cuticle or the free edge, but it's, it just depends on where you start the concentration of your glitter. Once I am done encapsulating and clear, I'm going to activate all of the nails. I use a generous amount of activator, make sure everything cures nice and solid, and then I'm going to file and buff and shape everything off camera. Then I'll activate again, and I will use my 𝕵𝕉𝕟𝕟𝕟𝕟 top coat, and when I come back, we will apply some cuticle oil and wrap everything up. Just kidding. There is one more thing that I wanted to talk about in this video relating to glitter ombres. So you can use pretty much any kind of glitter to do this kind of ombre. Foil flakies, those might be a little bit more challenging, but it is possible. But my favorite kind of glitter to ombre with is this kind that I'm using today, which has a good mix of small, fine, and extra fine glitters. And that the glitter to clear acrylic ratio is basically like 3-to-1. Like, you want to have it really packed with glitter to get a really good ombre going. You can also use glitters that are, all one size, like all fine or all small glitters. You can also use a chunky glitter. The thing about using chunky glitters is more likely you're going to end up having to place some of the larger pieces. But the glitter that I'm using in this mani is my favorite kind of glitter to use for a glitter ombre because it has fine, extra fine, and small pieces of glitter mixed in with a smaller amount of clear acrylic. Hope that all makes sense to you, but if you have any questions about that, feel free to ask me down in the comments. So now I am really going to go away for a minute, and I'll come back when top coat has been applied, and we'll finish everything up with some cuticle oil and a nice little wrap up. Finished, and I am loving these colors. I love the glitter, I love the ombre. This is one of my favorite kinds of manis to do. It's so simple but so pretty at the same time, and you know, you get a lot of bang for your buck, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna apply my cuticle oil. This is still, listen, I am obsessed with going bananas, and I'm gonna be out of it really soon, so I really need to get myself a 1 ounce bottle of this stuff before it's gone forever. Candy Skincare makes some of the best smelling cuticle oil. Anyway, so I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that it really kind of explained how easy this kind of ombre really is. If you're especially a beginner dipper and you want to try some kind of nail art, but you're not really sure where to start, a simple glitter ombre like this is a great starting point. Like I said, it was one of the very first ombres I attempted when I was a brand new dipper. Yeah, so I highly suggest giving it a shot. I would like to know if you try this ombre. Let me know down in the comments. How did it go for you? Did you find my tips helpful at all? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I appreciate you all being here, and I hope you'll consider hitting that like button and subscribing to my channel. See you next time. Bye-bye now.